our next guest, Chyenne Deno. Chyenne is serving as this year's Indiana State FFA reporter. She comes to us from the South Newton FFA chapter. During her FFA tenure, she participated in soils, entomology, and crop scouting CDEs, and public speaking LDE, as well as attended many camps and conventions. She has served as her chapter president and the District 1 Southern Region Vice President. Chyenne's advisors are Matt Armbruster and Derek Allen. Would you please welcome our friend to the stage, Chyenne Deno.
Testing. Oh, there we go. Let's give the chapter officer a round of applause. One more quick thing before I get started. So, Indiana FFA has a sponsor that allows my teammates and I to come to banquets such as tonight, and that is Country Mark. So we're very thankful to have them to allow us to come to events like this. So let's give them a round of applause as well. So one thing I honestly love about coming to FFA banquets is walking in an official dress and not getting strange looks. I mean, the other day I went into a gas station and a gentleman held the door open for me and he said, "Oh, how was the flight? Flight attendant, right?" No. "Okay, you must be a lawyer then." No, not quite. And then my 3 female teammates and I were walking across Purdue's campus and a maintenance lady stopped us and said, "Are you girls part of a sorority or something?" I don't know what sorority would wear this, but okay. So we go on explaining what official dress is, and they end up doing the aha moment kind of thing. So I want to take a quick survey. So starting with middle and high school students, who currently has a part-time job? Okay, who's hoping to get a part-time job? All right. Now those of us who have graduated out of high school, who had a job while in high school. All right, so I fall into that category as well. So back in high school, I was a babysitter. A lot more self-explanatory than that official dress. And the families I babysat for were very flexible with my schedule. I absolutely adored children, so it was the perfect fit for me. And one of the families, their youngest son at the time, his name was Owen. Owen was at the age where he could sit up straight, he could crawl, but he didn't quite know how to walk yet. You know, he'd do that thing that babies do where they crawl over the couch and like pull on your pant leg and the couch and like hoist themselves up. Then they turn around and take a step and end up falling to the carpet. And of course we sit back and we laugh. For some odd reason, I don't know why. And then to make sure they're okay. And most kids like Owen, they end up just laughing along with us. This continues over and over again, and we just continue to laugh throughout this whole process. And then the day came where I showed up at their house, and his mom said, "Hey Chyenne, Owen took his first steps the other day." Now, I wasn't excited to tell her congratulations. I was excited to tell her about what I had experienced with Owen while he was trying to learn to walk. You know, Owen never questioned why I laughed at him. He just owned it and just laughed along with me. He never questioned why he kept falling over and over again. He just knew that he wanted to walk like everyone else in his family. You know, so often we have to own up to those times of falling to be able to remember what the goal is in the first place. A lot of times, you know, we think about when we were that age. Every single one of us in this room were the age that Owen is at. We all had to learn basic skills. Walking, talking, being able to cut our steak without our parents' help. And back then, we only focused on what we wanted to learn to do. We never focused on why we kept failing. So why is it that the older we get, the more knowledge we gain, those failures are the only thing we ever seem to focus on? So much that sometimes we forget what the goal is in the first place. Now, who in here knows how to ride a bike? Another skill that we learned throughout childhood. Okay, so of according to Google, the average age to learn how to ride a bike is 5 to 8 years old. Well, 14. Yeah. You know, it's not that my parents didn't try to teach me when I was 5. I mean, I had a little hand-me-down Barbie bike. My dad put some rusty old training wheels on the back tire, and they said it's good to go. But 5-year-old Chyenne, yeah, she had a lot of potato chips, and some 2 rusty tiny tires are not going to hold her up. They're just going to break off, so I'm going to push that aside, put it in the back of the shed for a while, and then eventually middle school comes along, and peer pressure kicks in. All my friends are riding their bikes, so it's proudly about time. So my mom and I go and buy a new bike because 14-year-old Chyenne would actually break the Barbie bike now. And we head out to the county line to learn. Now, my mom gives me the lay of the land, all the basics of what it takes to ride a bike. And in my mind, as a 14-year-old, I'm thinking 2 things will happen. Either A, I will start pedaling and make it all the way down to the creek and everything will be fine. Or B, I'm going to end up falling over, breaking an arm, probably a leg too. The ambulance is going to come to my house, you have to go to the hospital. It's not going to be a good day. I had no in-between thinking as a middle schooler. Those were the only 2 outcomes I saw in my future. So, once I'm on the bike, I sit on the very uncomfortable seat. My dad's too cheap to buy the nice one, so we gotta do with what we got. Hands on the handlebars, and I start to pedal. I make it about 3 feet down the road. I start to lose my balance a little bit and start to think about viewing my arm in a cast. So once my balance is gone too far, I end up just slamming my foot down to the ground and catch myself before I fall. But you know, first try, it's okay. We'll try again. So back on the seat, and hands on the handlebars. I start pedaling again. Make it about 5 more feet down the road. I start to think about taking that ride to the hospital. I start to think about having to pick out the color of the cast. I don't want to do that. I start to lose my balance again, and then just slam my foot back down and catch myself before I plummet to the pavement. 3rd time's the charm, right? So back on the bike. Start pedaling. Make it about 8 more feet down the road. I start to think about, I don't want to explain a million times how I broke my arm. I don't want to have to explain why, over and over and over again. So this time I purposely start to lose my balance and then end up having to slam my foot back down again, catching myself before I fall. Now my mom over here, instead of being encouraging, she's doing one of these. She does that a lot when I'm being stubborn. And, you know, we both knew it was going to be a long day. It took me about 5 hours to learn to ride that bike. A task that could have easily taken maybe 1. Simply because I was so terrified of falling. I was so terrified of what might happen. If we want to be able to own up to those failures, we have to conquer the fear in the first place. I like to call this scenario a what could have happened moment. You know, what could have happened if I kept pedaling? I could have fallen over and maybe scraped a knee. Think of the what could have happened moments in your life. You know, what could have happened if I signed up for that AP class? What could have happened if I tried out for that sports team? What could have happened if I told my advisor yes when she gave me an idea for a new FFA contest? So often we need to conquer the fear in order to try anything new. And if we do find that courage to try something new, we can find immense success. Now, 2nd semester of my senior year, life was crazy busy. Now, where are the seniors at? Seniors, raise your hands. All right. So you guys are going to relate to this. So 2nd semester, scholarship applications, college applications, prepping for graduation, sending out all the open house invitations, finding the perfect prom outfit, maybe even the perfect prom date, having to, for me, get the animals ready for the fair, having to get ready for those FFA competitions that are coming up at district leadership competition. 0 free time. And on top of all that, you get to answer the same question over and over again. What are you going to do with your life? Yeah. Well, for me, what did I decide to do with no free time? Well, I decided to go ahead and try out for the school musical. One more thing to add to my long list of things to do. So I'm there at rehearsals, and we sing and dance, and 3 days later, the director sends out the cast list. And I was put in the role of a character's name who is Martha. Now, Martha is a high school student who some would even say she is a brainiac because she's so smart, and she has a hidden love for hip-hop dancing. Has anyone seen High School Musical in here? Oh, I saw some hands shoot straight up. Yes, so my school was putting on the production of High School Musical, and I was going to have to play one of the characters who had a hidden passion. Now, Martha is pretty smart. I got decent grades in school, so we'll check that box right off. You know, she's kind of ditzy and positive all the time. I mean, people can vouch for that, so sure, we'll check that box right off too. Hip-hop dancing. Maybe? I'll work on that one a little bit. We go on the first day of rehearsal, and the director has us start on the cafeteria scene, because this is going to be the most elaborate scene throughout the whole play. Mainly because every single cast member is on stage, multiple people have solos, and everyone has to hit their dance moves on the beat to make the scene work. No pressure, right? So I'm sitting with a few other seniors who it's also their last play. And we're talking just about, okay, I'm really excited. This play is going to be amazing, so cool. We're going to have a full house every single night. The director makes her way over. Hey guys, so all of you have a solo in this scene. Now, we don't have fancy lapel mics in our auditorium, so you really got to belt out those vocals so the people in the very back can hear you. Okay, yeah, I jam out in my car a lot, so not going to be a problem. We can work with that. It'll be okay. All right. A few minutes later. Hey guys, so another thing about the play, all of your facial expressions, all of your hand gestures have to be 10 times larger than actual life. Whatever you think is normal, make that 10 times bigger. This includes all of our dance moves. Okay, kind of stressed out about hip-hop dancing already, but we have a pretty big stage, lots of floor room, it'll work out. We have all this space, we can make those dance moves really big, it'll be awesome. A few minutes later. One more thing, okay, so you know how in the movie High School Musical, the characters step up onto lunch tables? Yeah? Your point? And we're going to wheel our lunch tables onto the stage. Yeah. Your point? So each of you will have to step up onto that lunch table. Are we talking about the table that the kid broke last week when he sat on it? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, she's gone. Okay, guys, scratch the thought of having all that floor space. Now we have to do these elaborate dance moves on a circle table that's about 5 feet wide, and you'll have to stand right in the middle in a 2 by 2 foot box, just so you don't break it and fall off. And our stage is already about as high up as this one. But you know what? We're all seniors. We're going to be out of here in about 2 months. If people remember this in a year, we're not going to be here. So what the heck? Why not? Let's go for it. If we fall off the table, it'll be okay. It's opening night. And I'm sitting at the Brainiac lunch table. My other castmates are at their lunch tables across the stage. And we're waiting for the beat to drop when it's time for us to step up. The stage lights are burning on our skin. We are sweating bullets. This is the end of the first act when this scene is taking place. 5 seconds away. It's time for us to step up out of our seat, step up onto the chair, onto the table, and for me, I had to pop, lock, break, and jam my heart out in a little 2x2 foot box on this table. And you know what? Not anyone fell off their table that night, and all 3 nights, the people in the audience said that the cafeteria scene was the most energetic one to watch throughout the whole play. Mainly because every single person on stage just said, what the heck, why not, let's try something new and just go for it. You know, so often if we are able to try that new thing, we can find immense amount of success. You know, what's the brand new thing in your life that you had your eye on and considered trying? Maybe there's a job application that you've considered filling out. Maybe you have an idea for a new play on the sports team and you just want to show it to your coach. Going back to that FFA contest, maybe you do see one you're interested in, but you don't know if you should try it. Throughout all of our lives, we have and will continue to encounter failures. But if we're able to own up to those kinds of failures, conquer that fear in the moment, we'll be able to try new things and find immense success. Because honestly, if we never fall, we simply will never rise. So just go for it. Thank you all for allowing me to come and speak at your banquet this evening.